So just been working in FL Studio on a little 8-bar loop, starting out a new project, and it's actually coming out really nicely. So what I thought I'd do is turn the camera on, we'll jump into FL Studio together and we'll take a look at what's gone on so far and have a look at building this out into a full track or even just a full loop. Let's jump into FL Studio and get to this. So here's the loop so far. What we've got is a drone, a couple of different piano lines and guitar lines and a bass. That's it. It's fairly simple at the moment, but it's sounding really lovely, really kind of ethereal and dreamy. So let's just take a look at what's going on. Before I start here, you'll notice that I've got a little bit of a template set up on my FL Studio. This is something that I've been working on recently, is building out a sort of template not only in the playlist but also in my mixer. If you want to know more information about that, drop a comment on this video and maybe I'll do the next video on templates and how I set my template up. So just to start off, I've got this drone sound. Just got a really lovely kind of beautiful dreamy soundscape to start the loop with. Starting with a drone really helps me with writing my piano or writing my guitar, that first instrument, because you kind of already have a really nice soundscape to start with. You're not just playing like a dry piano into the void, you have a bit of a vibe set already. That's something I've been doing a lot with my tracks, and you can always take the drone out, you can always change the drone if you find chords that don't quite fit. It's simply just a 1 and a 5 of the scale that we're in here. And once I had that going, I started building out some chords. Super simple, kind of super dreamy. My goal for this was to just create like a really lovely ambient soundscape, leaving a lot of space for other elements to come in. Now, when I wrote those chords, I actually wrote a melody at the same time. So I got this melody here, and if I play this with the chords, you will see it really kind of fills those pockets, plays with that space. Just kind of building those really simple layers, filling pockets, and already got this like really dreamy sort of ethereal vibe just from those 3 elements together. The first thing that I actually wrote on top of that is this guitar art. This guitar sound is just using the bright humbucker sound from Flex. I've taken the tone all the way down. What I don't want is like a really sharp high-end sound. For the mixing on this, got an EQ here focusing in on those middle frequencies, and then I've got Solaris, which is a free Valhalla shimmer type plugin. Gives you this really nice dreamy effect. For some reason isn't loading properly on my screen here without the shimmer on. So it sounds like this. And then if I turn the shimmer on, a nice, really dreamy kind of ethereal reverb. What I did try to build after that was a guitar melody. Play those together. Let's take a listen. And then with all the piano and the drone at the same time. What I really tried to do with that guitar melody was fill those pockets where I'd left space from the piano melodies. So you can see here we've got the piano melody playing in this first kind of 1.5 bars, and then the guitar really kicks in for that end of that second bar, and then it ends there, leaving space for that piano melody to kind of come back in, playing around each other. And then no surprises, we've just got a really simple sub bass. So that's where the track is at the moment. So I think what I'll do next is maybe add in some drums. Let's start kind of filling out that space, and then we'll look at maybe layering in some more instruments once we've got more of a full sounding, well-rounded track. So let's create a new drums pattern here. We'll stick it across there, across the 2 4 bars, and then let's grab some of my favorite drum sounds. I think instead of a hat, go with a shaker of some sort. So let's try and grab a nice sounding shaker. And let's start building in some drums. So we'll go for a kick, let's put both of our snares in like that, and then something simple like this. All right, so some of my snares there are sounding quite harsh. Nice, so now we're getting kind of a bit of rhythm building up here. So I've got my kick and both my snares playing. What I've done there is just EQ'd both of those snares. I've put a reverb on the second snare, which is kind of the most prevalent snare out of both of them. And then on the first snare, I've put a bit of a delay, so you actually get this really nice kind of, it kind of tails off. So now it's sounding really, really nice. All right, so let's start adding in our shaker sound. Let's try a hat instead. Maybe a hat is what we need. But let's try a kind of shaker hi-hat. And then let's add another hat to kind of give us like a more steady rhythm. Let's go and grab like just a really simple, something like that. We'll drag that into the mixer. I think that about does it for the drums. We've got like a really nice vibe there. We're going to take a look at adding in another guitar line. Let's load up a new guitar, see if we can come up with another melody to kind of play off of that one. And we'll add a little bit of a longer reverb on here. Okay, so I think that's probably just where I'm going to leave this for now. I think it's got a really, really cool vibe. And so yeah, this is what we've got so far. So yeah, I think that's just about where I'm going to leave it for now. I think it's got a really lovely vibe, and I think I just want to take a little bit of time away from it and then come back and do kind of a bit more of arranging, add in some transitions, add in a couple more layers, a couple more different guitar parts to build up like a bridge section, and then finally like a big ending kind of finale where loads of different elements come together. But so far it's a really great start. I think it's actually like a really nice track. It's got a really lovely vibe. If you do want to know more information about my templates and how I set my templates up and what kind of things I have going on, drop a comment on this video and I will do a video talking about that, because I actually think it's something that's really helped me with my productivity. I've written a couple of tracks in the last few weeks that have definitely benefited from me having a template set up. But yeah, for now, I hope you enjoyed this video. Super simple one. Peace.